Thank you all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas, fruity activities, Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank you for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today, let us move to our next section, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined the call this morning. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Aditi Devi Dasi in Canada, Edmonton.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji. This is Aditi Dasi from Baltimore. Please accept my humble obeisances and glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Guru Maharaj and all the devotees and to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Madhukamaduti Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your beautiful association every day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Radha Pyari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Anita Ramaya from Sharjah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anta Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vidita Gandharvika Devi Dasi from Texas College Station. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna, Vinda Gandharika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances unto you and all the devotees here. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Eka Radhika Leela Devi Dasi from Iowa.
Hare Krishna, Ekaradhika Lila Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to somebody who is Mohini Laxmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Pyari Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Lal.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Radhika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnavas. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Vrinda, so happy to see you after a long time, doing so many seva in Baltimore temple.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. I am also hearing your voice after long days, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Who was that Mataji joined after a long time?
I'm seeing Vrinda Gopika Mataji.
Oh, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't hear her voice. Before we used to join Vaishnava songs. Nowadays we stop it. That's what.
because coming after morning japa with Adi Kadara Prabhu and morning class with Adi Prabhu, so I came little late, my child.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, we can go for introduction.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. I'll start the recording.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are fortunate to have Her Grace Narayani Laxmi Mataji. Before going to that, I would like to hand over call to Ananta Mataji. Hare Krishna, Ananta Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all goes Srila Prabhupada. I would like to hand over call to Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Piyari Mataji, and to all the assembled devotees over here, very warm welcome to the Bhakti Sangha group for the Bhagavatam class. And today's speaker is Her Grace Narayani Laxmi Mataji. Also, I'm very fortunate to read the introduction of Mataji. So here goes the introduction. Her Grace Narayani Laxmi Mataji is disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Born to pious parents in a Vaishnava family, her spiritual life is anointed with instructions of His Grace Kamal Lochan Prabhu in form of her Shiksha Guru, the temple president of ISKCON, Meera Road, Mumbai. Her inclinations in performing arts, in particular music and dance, after 2 years of formal training, was especially nourished by her mother for fine-tuning. Narayani Laxmi Mataji's release of the 700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, Mukuntamala Stotra, Bhagavata Pratnavali, Stavamala, and many Vaishnava songs in her melodious voice adds to the glory of divine contribution. Her deep faith in serving cows makes her the director of many companies, including Boyser Farm, Eco Mitra, and Golakshmi Farm, which presents her as a person possessing organizational leadership, managerial skills, and a good planner. Mataji has acquired excellence in understanding the Bhagavad Gita as it is, Srimad Bhagavatam, and various spiritual texts, and hence kindles the spiritual minds of a big congregation as a spiritual counselor heading the Jagannath ISKCON Center at Thane. She is an IDC and Bhakti Shastri teacher guiding the students in the path of spirituality. She is also devotee care corps member of Radha Giridhari Temple. Narayani Mataji has been honored by awards from top politicians for her work towards social causes. Notably, presentation of COVID Warrior Award by MLA Gopal Shetty in recognition of her work in distributing prasadam to displaced people during the pandemic. These are only some of the beautiful services of Mataji does to further Srila Prabhupada's mission, and we are very fortunate to have her as with us today. So very nice services of Mataji, and really I'm so fortunate to read of her services. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving me this opportunity to read the introduction of Mataji. Over to you, Mataji. Hari.
Thank you so much, Anta Mataji. Very beautiful introduction. Hare Krishna, Her Grace Narayani Laxmi Mataji. Today, Mataji to enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 7th Canto, 2nd chapter, text 59 and 60 onwards. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for giving your valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna Mataji, welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. I would like to hand over call to Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I'm actually traveling, but then Mataji told me to take the class. It's okay. I'm getting good connectivity here. I think it's okay with you all if I'm traveling and giving the class.
Yes,
Okay,
Mataji.
Mataji. Fine, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you. Even you're traveling, giving the class. Thank you so much.
I'm coming from a very important place, that is Ujjain. Ujjain has 3 Jyotirling. A very beautiful ISKCON temple is there in our Ujjain. This Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 2nd chapter, 59th and 60th verse, right? Yama etat upakhyaya. So we have done all our Mangalacharan and all. Mangalacharan Jai Radha Madhav. Is it okay? Is it done?
No, Mataji. Usually speaker only does, Mataji.
Okay. Then I'll
Yeah.
start with the Jai Radha Madhav. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Jaya Radha Govinda Radhe Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jai Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Shri Prabhupada ki jai. ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त श्रीराधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. So we are in the 7th canto, 2nd chapter, 59th verse and 60th verse. Yama etat upakhyaయ tatraivantaradhiyata gyatayo hi suyagyasya chakruryat samparayikam. Yama etat upakhyaయ tatraivantaradhiyata ज्ञातयो हि सुयज्ञस्य चक्रुर्यत् साम्परायिकम्. Yama etad, Yamaraj in the form of a boy. Etad, this, Upakhyaya, instructing. Tatra, there. Eva, indeed. Antaradhiyataha, disappeared. Gyatayaha, the relatives. Indeed. Suyagyasya, of King Suyagya, Chakru performed. Yat, which is Samparayikam, the funeral ceremony. After instructing all the foolish relatives of Suyagya, Yamaraj in the form of a boy disappeared from their vision. Then the relatives of King Suyagya performed the ritualistic funeral ceremonies. We'll take the next verse also, and then we'll take a recap of whatever is there in this chapter, how all these instances happen. Atha shochatamayuyam param chatmanam eva ka atma kah paro vatra swiyah parakya eva va swaparabhiniveshena vinagyanena dehinam atha shochatamayuyam param chatmanameva va ka atma kah paro vatra sviya parakya eva va swaparabhiniveshena vinagyanena dehinam. Again, ataha, therefore, shochata, lament for, ma, do not, yuyam, all of you, param, another, cha, and atmanam, yourself, eva, certainly, va, or kaha, who, atma, self, kaha, who, parah, other, va, or atra, in this material world, sviha, one's own, parakya, for others, eva, indeed, va, or swapara abhiniveshena, consisting of absorption in the bodily concept of oneself and others, vina, besides, agyanena, the lack of knowledge, dehinam, of all the embodied living entities. Therefore, none of you should be aggrieved for the loss of the body, whether your own or those of others. Only in ignorance does one make bodily distinction, thinking, who am I? Who are the others? What is mine? What is for others? Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this material world, the conception of self-preservation is the first law of nature. According to this conception, one should be interested in his personal safety and should then consider society, friendship, love, nationality, community, and so on, which all develop because of the bodily conception of life and a lack of knowledge of the spirit soul. This is society. As long as human society is in darkness and ignorance, men will continue to make huge arrangements in the bodily. This is decided as this is described as Prahlad Maharaj as Bharam. In the materialistic conception, modern civilization makes enormous arrangements for huge roads, houses, mills, and factories. And this is man's conception, advancement of civilization. We do not know, however, that at any time the seen and forced to accept bodies that have nothing to do with these enormous roads and automobiles. There was things with his kinsmen. Krishna immediately chastised him, saying, Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame anari jushtam asvargyam. This bodily conception of life is befitting the Anaryas, the non-Aryans, who are not advanced in knowledge. An Aryan civilization is a civilization advanced in spiritual knowledge, not merely by stamping oneself as Aryan. And not oneself an Aryan does one become an Aryan. To keep oneself in the dark, in the deepest darkness, Vaivarta Purana. Katmaka para iti dehadi apekshaya dehade nacha ato vrdhau va kshaye va kim yastu deha gato jivaha. व्यतिरिक्तौ तु जीवेषौ प्रतिजानता अत आत्मा विभस्तु वासुदेवे रतिस्थिरा शत्रुनाशः तथा ज्ञान नाशो नान्यः कथञ्चन. Human form of body, our is to understand the soul within the body, and therefore there is no question of friends, enemies, or responsibilities in terms of the body conception of life. One should not be very anxious about the body's changing from childhood age and then to apparent annihilation. Rather, one should be very seriously concerned within the body and how to release the soul. The living entity within the body is never annihilated. Therefore, one should surely know that whether one has many friends or many enemies, his friends cannot help him, and his enemies cannot do any harm. One should know that he is a spirit soul, Aham Brahmasmi, and that the constitutional position of the soul is unaffected by the changes of the body. In all the circumstances, everyone as a spirit soul must be a devotee of Lord Vishnu and should not be concerned with body relationships, whether with friends or with enemies. One should know that neither we ourselves nor our enemies in the material conception of life are ever killed. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So let us see the recap. So we know the whole story about this chapter, that how Hiranaksha is killed by Lord Vishnu. Hiranyakashipu was very angry. But somehow these demons also have knowledge. The demons also are Gyanis, no doubt. So he is pacifying the relatives of Hiranaksha, brother's wife, his mother, everybody are pacified. And then the story that how Yamaraj comes. There's a story about Suyagya. There's a king who is dead and all are crying for him. This child appears, Yamaraj appears as a small boy. And then Yamaraj is telling, hey, why are you all crying? What is the reason of your crying? We as young boys, we are not crying. And you are so grown up. So knowledge is not dependent on the age. Knowledge is not dependent on the age. This Agyanta can be for anybody. Like we know the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita where Dhritarashtra speaks. Mamakaha Pandavahaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. Mamakaha Pandava. This Mamaka Pandava clearly implies the ignorance of, or Agyanta, ignorance of Dhritarashtra. So what is Agyanam? Aham mama iti Agyanam. So when we say Agyana, that is also known as ignorance, but that is not mode of ignorance. We should be very clear about it. A person in the mode of goodness also can be in ignorance, can be in darkness. A person in the mode of passion also can be in darkness. When we say darkness, that means bereft of the knowledge of one being the servant of Lord. Bereft of the knowledge, I'm not the body, I'm soul. So what is Agyanta? Aham mama, ahankara mamakara. That is known as Agyanta. And that is how, even in Bhagavad Gita, we see how Arjuna expresses that I am afflicted by this disease known as Kripantaha, Karpanya Dosho, Pratas Bhava, Uchamitwan Dharma Sammudati Cheta. That is why I'm asking you a question. So this Kripantaha means Agyanta. Kripantaha also means miserliness. Yova etad aksharam gargi aviditvasma lokas praiti sakripana. So there, Srila Prabhupada writes, cat and dog philosophy. So what is Agyanta is cat and dog philosophy. Aham mama. Aham means I, mama means mine. So cattish and doggish philosophy. Cat also thinks I am alone. Closes the eyes and drinks the milk. Nobody is seeing me, I can do whatever I want. There's a movie in Hindi. Meri marzi, jo chahiye main karunga. That is madness. Already the whole world is mad. It is a mental asylum. Why there is a mental asylum? Already all people, within that mad world, there is a mad where special categories of people are kept. So once, there's a nice story behind it. Once the first Prime Minister of India, he visited a mental little ICU, intensive care unit. So he thought must be a bigger bad person inside. He goes inside and he sees there's a sophisticated person sitting, very decent. He calls Mr. Nehru, makes him sit. He was actually reading the paper. Then he folds the paper very neatly, keeps aside. Then greets Nehru, makes him sit. Then he asks Nehru, what is your name? He says, Jawaharlal Nehru. And then this person told, even I told the same thing. That is why he's put inside. Even I told the same thing. That means identifying oneself with others. Those people are put in the mental asylum. Identifying oneself with the body. They are put in a special mental asylum, that is material world, which is run by Durga. So this is also mental asylum. The soul identifying itself with the body. Paropi manute anartham. Vyasa writes, Parashakti. Soul is Parashakti. Aparayam itastvanyam prakritim viddhi me param. Jivabhutam mahabhav yedam dadite jagat. Very clearly Krishna says, Aparayam itastvanyam. Before this, the verse is Bhumira ponaro vayu kammano buddhi revacha ahankar itiyam me binna prakriti rashtata. Body is made up of all these important 8 elements. In fact, 24 elements, but at least 8 elements, important basic 8 elements have been described by Krishna. And then immediately the next verse, Krishna says, Aparayam itastvanyam prakritim viddhi me param jiva bhutam mahavahu yayadam dharyate jagat. So Aparayam, that means beyond this Apara Shakti is Para Shakti. That is the soul. Now Hiranyakashipu, though we may say he's a demon, that and this, but he is having the knowledge. He is teaching to his relatives, giving the example of Suyagya. Again, to teach Suyagya also, he gives another example. There another example given to Suyagya, that is Kulinga birds, about the Kulinga birds, where one of the female bird, Kulinga, husband and wife, that is male bird and female bird. In that the female bird dies, the male bird is very, very upset and thinking that, oh, who is going to protect my child, the children, the children birds. So all these examples we have seen. Then in this desperate situation, the Kulinga bird also dies. That means thinking about the protection of the relatives, thinking about their welfare, so much of care. The person who is thinking that I am taking care, he also is going to die. So I am not protected. I philosophy is Cattish philosophy. And mine, aham mama, mamakara, mine philosophy goes, it stops for some time. And things that the car passes from there, the dog barks loudly. So these two things, aham and mama, makes a person forget Krishna is a protector. That is why statement is, even if the wealth is lying on the street, if Krishna has decided to protect it, nobody can harm. And if Krishna decides that this thing should not belong to you, then it can be stolen from your house also. In the same way, if Krishna has decided to protect a person, then he will not be killed. Rakhe Krishna mare ki. Mare Krishna rakhe ki. If Krishna has decided to protect, nobody can harm. And if Krishna has decided to kill, nobody can protect. So thinking that I am the protector of the family. Now Hiranyakashipu, though giving the knowledge, he is giving the knowledge. At the same time, he is not surrendered to Lord. That is why this knowledge, whatever is given, is not having devotion. So it is only jnana, but this jnana is atheistic jnana. Even an atheistic person also knows I am not the body, I am soul. So just suppose somebody studies this, reads this, they may think, oh, he has so much of knowledge. You see somebody dies, the people go on lamenting, they talk to each other, they console each other. Arey marna hi to hai ek din, jana hi to hai ek din. You will die only na one day. One day all of us are going to die. Till that time, whatever we have, let us enjoy. This is the principle of atheism. जब तक जी रहे हैं मजा करो. Philosophy. Anyhow, that concept the conversation here, whether the related story is given, next life, what is going to happen? That has not been stated. That itself implies just having the knowledge I'm not the body, I'm soul is not enough. Is not enough. This is just an imperfect knowledge. What about the next? What type of, even if you get a human body,
Are we going to get the same facilities? Sometimes we see dog going in the car, but there is a man who is just taking out something from the dustbin and eating. So karmas don't leave. So what is theism and what is the theism? Theism has the faith that yes, the soul has to take birth again, but is surrendered to Lord. The body and the soul belongs to Lord. So in this philosophy, whatever is given by Hiranyakashipu to his relatives, it is a complete atheistic philosophy. And in this atheism, there is no mention of Vishnu. In fact, that hatred and the revenging attitude is there. And what is a revenging attitude? Let me kill this Vishnu. Though he says, Ka atmaha ka parvatraha shivaha parakaha evava kah everywhere kah. What is this? In ignorance, one makes bodily distinction. He doesn't know to make bodily distinction. Only in ignorance does one make bodily distinctions, thinking, who am I? Who are the others? What is mine? What is for others? Let's see. The talk is very wonderful. The talk is very wonderful. But here, though he is consoling, none of you should cry. But the real strength is not given. The real strength is Krishna. Even if a lot of difficulties are there, but still, the strength is Krishna. Like you have many zeros. You don't add one, then there is no value. In the same way, you try to help people. There are so many welfare activities which goes on. You try to help people, especially people are very sympathetic over a blind person, lame person, an orphan, old age people. They're very sympathetic. Like once in a temple, a person had come. He runs the blind school. He told me, Mataji, I have approximately 700 children who are blind. I said, oh, I thought he has come to take some spiritual benefit. I told, we can do one thing, we can take regular classes for them. We can teach them Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He told, actually, we don't want to give spirituality. We want to make them enjoy. I take them out. I said, is it where? He told, I take them out to the parks, to water parks, water kingdom. Then we feed them with wonderful items. I told, after doing all these things, are they really relieved from their misery? That fear of loneliness, the fear of blindness, are we able to really remove it after even giving so many materialistic enjoyment? It was quiet for some time. I told, these things are not going to really help a person. It is just a temporary, some enjoyment. Any of these temporary enjoyment vanish. But the real strength is Krishna consciousness. Even though he doesn't have eyes, he doesn't lament. Pure devotees like Surdas, Bilvamangal Thakur. Bilvamangal Thakur removed his own eyes, but still is able to describe Govinda so nicely. Surdas, he did not have eyes, material eyes, but he is describing Lord so wonderfully. So whatever material benefit is not going to give the real happiness. Though there are few acharyas who did not have eyes, they are very happy. They are very blissful. In fact, they don't want eyes to see the materialistic things. In this, a nice story comes about Kuratalvar, Kuresha. Kuratalvar is a very great devotee of Sripad Ramanujaracharya, very great disciple. So because of Muslim invasions, he asked, not Muslim, sorry, Chola Raja, who was Shaiva. He wanted the whole kingdom to say that Shiva is God. Then for that, some of his ministers told, make the head person speak this. Shiva is God. So let us catch Ramanujacharya and bring him to the kingdom, and this Chola Raja will pressurize him to tell Shiva is God. Then Kuratalvar, Kuresha, Ramanuja, you just run away from here because we need you. Vaishnavism is now dependent on you. So you just run away from Srirangam. Ramanujacharya runs away to Melkote. Here the king catches, the armies come, they catch hold of Kuresha and they bring him to the kingdom. There it so happened, they asked him, say, Shiva is great. There is no superior person than Shiva. And then he says, Drona is greater than Shiva. In those times, measurements like kilograms, like that Drona also is a measurement, which is greater than the measurement known as Shiva. And this was a great insult for Chola king, Chola Raja. He said, I am going to pluck your eyes. He said, why you should pluck? I will only pluck my eyes. He just puts 2 pins, removes his eyes. And in this way, he slowly comes to Madurai, stays there. The news reaches Ramanujacharya. Ramanuja again sends a message. Ask him, by my divine powers, I can give him back the eyes. Ramanuja is not an ordinary Acharya. He is the Acharya for all the Acharyas. It is said every Acharya has to read the commentary of Sripad Ramanujacharya and then write their commentary, Sri Bhashya. Because he is Balram himself. And then the message goes, the Ramanujacharya can give back your eyes. I don't want. I don't want. Then Ramanujacharya personally visits. He says, you tell, I'll give you the eyes. He says, no, even if you want to give me the eyes, then give me the eyes to see Lord and to see yourself. I don't want to see anything else. So just say, compassion on the bodily platform and compassion on the spiritual platform. So compassion on the bodily platform, Srila Prabhupada in Bhagavad Gita very clearly writes, it is like catching hold of a dress, and in this way you're going to drown. That person is also drowning, you're also drowning. But compassion on the spiritual platform, where the person is given spiritual growth, spiritual paraphernalia, spiritual facilities, like Srila Prabhupada has given us spiritual facilities. This Margashish month is a very important month, marathon month. Somebody asked me, what is marathon, Mataji? I said, run with the books. So, spiritual benefits, spiritual facilities, that is the work of devotees. Even atheistic people like Hiranyakashipu, they also speak philosophy. But that philosophy is atheistic philosophy because they have hatred towards Vishnu. And they think that I am the protector. Though he is speaking so many things, but he considers himself to the protector of the family. We forget one thing. Everything is planned by Krishna. Today our existence is also planned by Krishna. Next, what we are going to do is also planned by Krishna. Everything is planned by Krishna. If we just raise 2 hands and be dependent on him, that is enough. We see the difference between Draupadi and Uttara also. Uttara is completely dependent on Krishna. Draupadi tried out and then became dependent on Krishna. So, completely depending oneself on Krishna will give us the real knowledge. The moment we think that, oh, I know the philosophy, I know everything, this I and mine will kill us.
will destroy our knowledge. So that is how here, though big things has been spoken by Hiranyakashipu, though he says nobody should lie, nobody should cry, it's easy to speak. Easy to speak. Like Krishna spoke, Matra Sparshastu Konte. Arjuna says, easy to speak. But because Krishna spoke, then Arjuna says, whatever you say, Krishna, I will listen. So in this way here, very clearly it has been spoken, especially the purport which Sripad Madhvacharya gives in Brahmavaivarta Purana. So our duty is to understand the soul within the body. And at the same time to know that we are all servants of Lord. In all circumstances, everyone as a spirit soul must be a devotee of Lord Vishnu. Very important. Every circumstances, whether it is happiness, whether it is distress, whether whatever it may be, whether I like the situation, I don't like the situation. In every situation, we are just servants of the servants of the servants of the servants of Lord. And there is nothing beyond that. That is why this very important statement. One should know that he is a spirit soul. Aham Brahmasmi. Yes. Mayavad philosophy speaks on three things. Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman. Everything is Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. Tattvamasi. He is me, I am he. Sarvam Kalidam Brahman. Everything is just Brahman. But then, within that Brahman, there is a lot of difference. So to teach this, Madhvacharya actually goes towards, when he passes towards Kerala, there was a king, Kerala king. He asked, he was actually following atheism, this Mayavad philosophy. And Sripad Madhvacharya thought, let me make him a devotee first. Then he thought, can you teach this Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi? He told, yes, you bring 3 coconuts first. Then they brought the green coconut. Madhvacharya removed the upper shell, green one, and asked, what is this now? It was a brown one. He told, it is a coconut. Then that brown one also was removed. Then Madhvacharya asked, now can you say what is this? He told, this is white coconut. Then again, when all were together, the near one, he told, what is this? Coconut. Now what is this? This is green shell. This is brown shell. This is white coconut. That means when you are separating it, there is a difference. When you keep them together, that is coconut. Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman. When everything is together, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman. Seems to be everything is Brahman. Everything is spirit soul. But within the spirit soul, there is difference. Natveva aham jatunasam natvam nime janadipa nachaiva na bhavishyama sarve vayamataparam. Individuality of the soul has been very clearly spoken. Every soul is an individual. At the same time, there is a difference between super soul and individual soul. That has also been spoken. There's a difference between individual soul and super soul. That's how Krishna says. That is how Krishna says. One second. The difference between individual soul and a super soul. Krishna says, I remember everything you have forgotten. The spirit soul is always subservient to Krishna. That has been given. So this has to be understood. Madhvacharya, that is why writes here. Just to understand I am not the body, I am soul is only incomplete knowledge. To know that there is a difference, there is individuality of the soul, and every soul is subservient to Krishna. That is the perfect knowledge. So, though the knowledge has been given by Hiranyakashipu about Suyagya, about Kulinga birds, trying to console, trying to pacify. All these things have been given, but this is an atheistic knowledge which has been given. So in this way, here again there is a nice statement. The living entity within the body is never annihilated. Therefore, one should surely know that whether one has many friends or many enemies, friends cannot help him, nor the enemies can harm him. So thinking that we have made a nice society, they will only help us. If Krishna wants, that moment somebody has to help, Krishna will send. And thinking that, oh, this person is going to harm, not necessary. That is why Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Every devotee should chant every day. Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Krishna is there to protect us at all circumstances. Krishna protects us.
Krishna. Go get the ball, Krishna. Where's the ball, Krishna?
What? Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Krishna is there to protect us in all circumstances. Even devotee needs protection. Protection from pride. Protection from enviousness. Protection from thinking that I am a devotee. Sometimes we have a pride. Oh, who are you? We are devotees. The moment we call this, we should have that fear. Because the moment we say we are devotees, Krishna tests us. Even Narada is afraid to call himself a devotee. When Krishna says, go and bring Raja of the devotees, Narada says, okay, I'll try out from everyone. Everybody says, no, not me. Only gopis bichara out of love, they go on giving Raja. In this way, first protection, what we ask to Narasimha Deva, we just should ask, whatever contaminations we have, this mada, this pride, enviousness, somebody is progressing, let them progress. Let the devotees progress in devotional service. Somebody is able to do nice book distribution, wonderful, very good. If I am not able to do anything, no problem. At least one should know to appreciate the devotees. Appreciation of the devotees. This should be always there in our heart. And that is what prayers we should do. And if we do that, then that ignorance, it's not that only Hiranyakashipu has ignorance, even we also have ignorance. I and mine. I collected funds. That is why this temple is there. I would not have been there, temple would not have been there. The moment I comes, Prabhupada doesn't like. Once it so happened, some of the devotees of Prabhupada, they were talking this, that, there's so much of management. Prabhupada said, give my 40 rupees back. Take back your ISKCON. Prabhupada did not like. Prabhupada doesn't like any of the pride. Somebody asks, who are you? We can say we are in the path of devotional service. That we can say. Because in the path of marriage procession, there is a thief also who walks and who calls himself that I am from the bridegroom party or a bride party. So we also have that chorona tendency, that stealing tendency. Somehow, Srila Prabhupada's mercy, our Guru Acharya's mercy, they made us walk. So if somebody is asking about our identity, we can say, yes, we are walking in the path of devotion, which has been given by our Acharyas. So glorification of Acharyas, glorification of Srila Prabhupada, that should be our priority. Instead of thinking I am something, I did this, I did that, it's I and mine. Never leaves a person, even if he takes up to devotional service. It is very difficult to remove. That is why Acharya Sannidhi is very important. That is why Pranipatena. That is why surrenderance. Because it is Guru who has the broom in the hand. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Every day. It should not be ritualistic way of telling Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Oh, Guru, please remove. Please remove. Instead of doing in a ritualistic way, it should be sincerely done. Nama Prad. sincerely done. So that is how, from Hiranyakashipu's thing, we can see that this type of ignorance can enter anyone. If he is completely surrendered to Krishna, then though this knowledge is there, very good, but this knowledge enhances when a person understands that he is always subservient to the servants of the servants of the servants of the servants of God. So here we'll stop. Any questions you can ask. Any questions? Yeah, Radha Jyoti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautiful class. I like so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna devotees, if anybody have any questions, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Radha Jyoti Mataji has. Yeah, go ahead, Radha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you. Thank you for enlivening class. My question to you is, it is very difficult when the association is not there and we tend to think by our own. And the moment we think that, okay, we are doing for the service because there is no one to guide, we think, oh, we are doing the service. But it's not that there is no guidance, so we think that I do it, but we are doing the service. But there is a tendency of saying, oh, I did it, or I do it, or I'm doing. So then how to save from that I in this situation? Because the soul realization is very far away and we are in the process, as you said. I agree 100% that there is no chance of becoming devotee of Krishna, but we have initiated the process, right? So could you please enlighten on this or teach me on this? Hare Krishna.
That statement is there is no chance. No, there is chance. It's not there is no chance. We are in the process of cleaning. So naturally, maybe this lifetime, the next lifetime, Guru Acharya's mercy, one can become self-realized and a pure devotee of Lord. Another point, these thoughts of I, yes, the association, lack of association, this comes Nashtapra. That is why everyday Bhagavatam. Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Seva. Bhakta Bhagavat association is not there. At least Grantha Bhagavat association where we have Nityam Bhagavata Seva. Again, Prabhupada's association is there. Book reading is very important. Every day when we do book reading, Srila Prabhupada's purpose or Srila Prabhupada's talks. He speaks to us. He is there. Like the program started by all of you. It's so wonderful. Every day, what we are doing? We are diving in the Ganges. Isn't it? Purpose of Srila Prabhupada is Ganga. Diving in Ganga. So that is enough to remove all our vices. The moment the thought comes, I, at least the devotee is aware, this thought has come, I. Give that credit to our Acharya. Like somebody praises, immediately give that praising to our Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru. Because of whom today we are chanting the holy name. There is Patapradaksha Guru. Never forget him. He may be your neighbor who has shown us the path. So never forget. First thing, never forget those who are instrumental in bringing us in this path. Every day, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, when we do, remember all those people, at least few, who really brought us in this path. There may be one person who may be really instrumental in bringing us in this path. Like we have this Avinash Chavan Prabhu. What is initiated name? Anupam Das. I always call him Chavan Prabhu. Was very much instrumental in taking us to temple, feeding us prasadam. And when he used to take us to temple, my whole attention was, when am I going to get khichdi prasadam? I was not interested in class and all. So remember every day those person who has taken us in devotional path. This is how the I thing will go away. Slowly to make it go away. This is the only process. This is the only process. A nice Mahanidhi Swami has written in this. Anarthas, how to remove the anarthas. Remember, always remember. Remember good things, divine things done by somebody to you. And remember how horrible we were to others. Exactly opposite. If we remember somebody doing horrible to us and always remembering what we did good to others, then
Oh, thank you so much for the beautiful takeaway, and it is really inspiring. And you have given me the practical teachings. Thank you so much. But now, after initiation, I saw that my Shiksha Guru also gives the Dandvat, and I am surprised what I am supposed to do or say. I am completely blank. So, could you please teach on that also?
Shiksha Guru doing Dandavat, right?
He says that. Then what I'm supposed to do?
Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when people used to come to visit him, devotees, then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to pay obeisances to everyone. After the class, to go to his matha, it used to take practically 2 to 3 hours. Everybody used to sit and he used to also pay obeisances. They used to also pay obeisances. Everybody used to pay obeisances. So it is a good practice actually, because everyone is struggling in this devotional service. It can be Shiksha Guru also, Diksha Guru also. Everybody is struggling to go back home, back to God. So when they are paying obeisances, they are not paying obeisances to you. They are paying obeisances to the Lord who is sitting in the heart. So Vansha Kalpa Tarubhyascha, actually the practice is each other. We are paying obeisances to the Lord who is sitting in my heart. You are sitting in your heart. That is how the Vaishnava philosophy goes. So we are not into showing the hands like this. Because we want to attain mercy of Krishna, right? Even Hanumanji doesn't sit like this. Hanumanji sits like this with the Anjali Mudra. Rutanjali
No, but
Mudra.
what I have to do practically? What I have to think and do?
Pay obeisances. He is paying obeisances, you are paying obeisances. There's nothing wrong. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also did. You should not think that you are taking the Dandavat from your Shiksha Guru. No. The Dandavat is to the whole Vaishnava community, to his Shiksha Guru, to his Shiksha Guru, in this way. Actually, the Dandavat goes to the whole, when we pay obeisances, it goes to all the Vaishnavas in the Brahmanda. Guru Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, to everyone.
Okay, Mataji. I'll pray that the Dandvat goes to the Parampara. Thank you so much for teachings. Very glad. Thank you so much for your session. Please come again and give your wonderful association. Grateful to you. Hare Krishna.
Good, I did not lose connectivity here. Want to see? Just traveling in this dark. These roads, Rajasthan roads.
Oh. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranam.
Stop here.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Wonderful class. Very, very beautiful class.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.
Jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Koti Koti
Yeah,
Dandavat
thank you,
Pranam. Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Very
Thank you,
wonderful class.
Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hari Bol. Thank you everyone for joining today's class. Hare Krishna, Lalita Mataji and Dinabandhu Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Sadhvi Mataji. Thank you. Thank you so much for your association. Hari Bol. Thank you, dear devotees, for joining. Hare Krishna, Sham Gauri Mataji. We'll close the call for today. Hari Bol.